Closed captioning is brought to you by Insect Defend Patch. Deep free protection from biting insects.
You know, we're just about ready to have shore lunch, and I'm doing some fishing. And I'm not going after fish. When I used to live in Florida, I used to have a crab trap. Now look at what I've got here. You see what this is? This is a crayfish trap. So what I'm going to do is place this down. Believe it or not, in Ontario, there is a limit on the number of crayfish you can have. Some guys will catch crayfish for a bait. And you know what? Some guys like me catch them for eating. And I'm going to show you the way my dad taught me to clean these, okay? You're watching carefully. This isn't going to be a pretty sight. The first thing you do, this is the carapace, okay, or the thorax. I'm going to be lifting that up, sliding my finger, look, underneath the shell. For him, it's going to be pretty painless because I'm taking just off. Look, I'm taking that off. All of the insides, the stuff has come out, so he's pretty well clean. And I'm just going to release that in the water because other crayfish are going to eat it. Now there is one main intestine that runs down that we want to make sure we get out. So if you look at the tail, you open the tail up like that, you see that they've got these nice flaps. We're going to take the center flap and we're going to wiggle it a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right just to get it loose. And then we're going to see if we can get that main intestine to pull out. Oh, look at that. Okay, so that's the main intestine. You can see it right there. Looks like a worm. We're going to release that. Now, believe it or not, that crayfish now is not going to pinch me anymore. He's ready to eat. So what we've got is the crayfish that are cleaned here, and we're going to put them in, what is this, Martin, that we're going to put on top of them?
It's
just a mix? It's a
shore
coating?
lunch. Yeah,
perfect. A shore lunch mix, okay? So all I'm going to do is coat these babies. Remember, we got the shell on here. They've been washed in the lake, so they're organically cleaned. And I'm trying not to make too big of a mess. We're gonna go like that, and we're gonna put them on here. Is that base flour? Because it's a little bit sticky.
Yes, there is some flour in it.
Okay, Martin, if you don't mind giving me a hand and dropping these babies in, just hold them by the claws and drop one in after the other in I'll call it a turbo fryer. Hey, I like that sizzling. Martin, you're doing great. Look at those babies cook. Can you smell them?
Oh yeah.
There's a little bit of a smell. It's almost like a seafood smell. Now what we're going to do, we're going to let them cook until they get nice and red, because some of them are bigger. So I normally cook them for about 3 to 5 minutes, because I want them nice and crunchy, because remember, we're going to be eating all those little claws. I'm going to let you do the honors to take them out so that they drain a little bit. Oh, I'm getting hungry just looking at them. All right, come on over, Barb, Martin. You know, this is so nice that they do, I'll call it a community shore lunch. Twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursday, here at Eagle Lake Island Lodge. Now look, don't these look beautiful? They've got a little bit of a red tinge. You know, we've coated them. So Martin, here's one for you to start off. Barbara, here. Yummy. Got it? So what I suggest you do is, if you haven't had these before, Barb has, just crunch the back. You can see that the tail is there. That's got the most meat. How are they? Good. Delicious? Okay. Mmm. Is that like seafood?
Yeah, it is very good.
Amazing, eh?
It's the first time I've tried this, and they're very good.
I think they're delicious. Okay, Martin, we'll get do we have walleye and pike for lunch?
Yes, we do.
And crayfish.
Yep.
This is perfect. Okay, let's go over there.
There you go,
sit,
big bass.
Good one, Barb. Oh, get him over the rock. Pull him over. Pull him over. Excellent. That's it.
Oh, man.
Honey, yeah. Here, I'm going to get your glasses, Barb.
You know what? I think that guy hit before.
Yeah.
And you know what? He was on the edge, and I had a hard time trying to get him.
It's tricky because you think you're setting the hook into a rock, right? Get him around the front, Barb.
Okay.
Okay, swing him right around, Barb.
Okay.
He might want to jump.
Okay.
So I got to be careful. What I'm going to do is just grab the lure.
Okay.
What we're doing is using 20-pound fluorocarbon for leader material. So we can actually grab the leader material, but because it's fluorocarbon, it's invisible. And we're using a snap. So look at this. These fish are feeding so aggressive, they're right around the rocks. And a lot of times when we've been bringing our X-Raps up over the rocks, they just come over and grab it. Isn't that a nice fish, Brian?
It's a beautiful one.
Gorgeous or what?
Yes.
They're so beautiful. I love smallmouth. You know what? He's probably going to take off. Look at what a beautiful specimen. And he's going to disappear pretty quick here. Wow. Barb, this is awesome. Here, feel some bass slime.
All right.
Give me the
Yay.
Perfect. Okay, here's your glasses, honey.
Okay.
You know, I've seen a lot of things, but I've never seen a fish like that hit and then you flip him right over the rock.
He flipped.
You did good, hon.
Yes.
You know what? That was the best thing, because if he swam on the other side, he could have gone around the rock. This is amazing. It must be all the different right ingredients on these rocks because of the wind and time of day. You know, it's 4:30 in the afternoon. Is this normal, Jesse,
Yes.
to get action nonstop like this?
When they're on the beds like this and kind of near the beds and protecting their area, yeah, you can catch them here all day long.
These are gorgeous fish. This guy's only got one hook in him. I'm going to try to get him close.
Oh, he's a monster. Big, big.
They're so plump. Look at this.
That's a nice big female
It
there.
is, yeah. So I don't know if I can get... Stop. Perfect. What a gorgeous fish. Now, if you look closely, you can see that only one hook is in this fish, but it's in the fiber right in the corner of the mouth. So not the whole treble, just one hook. So you'll see me oftentimes, even with a stiffer rod and with the braided line, set the hook many times, because I've learned that you've got to drive at least one hook past the barb, because as soon as these fish jump, there's a good chance that they're going to throw the hook, even if you have both trebles in their mouth. And a lot of people are amazed, but it's because they haven't driven the hook past the barb. So that guy, look at, isn't that a gorgeous smallmouth? That fish has got to be close to 18 inches. Can I just see the board for a minute?
Yeah.
Jesse, I'm going to just take a measurement. We haven't measured any fish. And we're just going to take a quick look-see here. Hopefully he won't jump out. You know what? He's over 18. Because I've got his mouth open. If I close his mouth, he's just over 18. It's his throwback walleye.
Walleye.
Okay, I'm just going to get him back. What a gorgeous smallmouth. I don't know if I can hold this guy up. They are amazing.